new topic called as body facts and records. So you have everyone has a body size, a body shape, means height of a body, how much means if the person is short, if the person is tall. So there are some of the records which people have, like what is the tallest body in the world, shortest body in the world, means fatty body in the world, means, and many more records of the body parts. For example, longest nails, or longest beard, or longest mustache, longest hair, longest sneezing bout, longest hiccuping, maths genius, infant prodigy, memory. So these are some of the record breaking things which can be seen in this video. So let's start a video. So I'm going to start with the amazing feats, or let's start. In 1907 at Sydney Airport, Australia, David Huxley pulled a 107-ton Boeing 747 to 400, a distance of 191 meter. He had previously held a Boeing in 737 and in Concord. So basically this is an amazing feat in the sense we are going to talk of some of the things which are being done in this world. So there's a namely called David Huxley who pulled 187 ton of Boeing about a distance of 91 meter, which is an amazing feat. So in 1997, this all be in the recap video, so just wait for it. I'm going to all write this in the recap, so wait for it. In annual Empire State Building runners-up race, the famous skyscraper's 1,576 steps. In 2006, Andrea Mare of Austria set a new women's record of 11 minutes and 23 seconds. Overall, the record holder of Australian athlete Paul Crack. In 2003, he got up in the top in 9 minutes 33 seconds. He also holds the record of Australian Sydney's Tower run-up. So basically, it's a annual Empire State Building. So it is something about this. This is famous skyscraper actually. So this is a very famous skyscraper which is 576 steps. Means it has so many stairs to make it a top. So there's a woman called as from Austria called as Andrea. So in 2006 what she did is she actually climbed the whole empire in just 11 minutes and 23 seconds. This is a new women's record but not a men's. It was not Crack or Paul who made a record in 2003 of 9 minutes and 33 seconds. So Andrea actually made a new women's record in climbing up the stairs in women's list, not in men's, means like not whole worlds but in the women's list. Next we're going to see in 2005 US arm wrestler Ed Selton typed up 55 telephone directories, each 1044 pages thick. It took him 3 minutes. So there is a US arm wrestling Ed Selton typed up 55 telephone directories, which were each was of 1044 pages. So and he did it in just 3 minutes. Australian Orlantham Suresh Gautam holds many endurance records, including jumping marathon 84 hours, longest standing still 74 hours 40 minutes, running 100 miles or 161 kilometers on treadmill for 42 minutes 33 seconds, crawling 1 mile, which is or 1.6 kilometer. So crawling in just 37 minutes 17 seconds. In 2006, he announced his intention to run a mega marathon through 54 countries in 181 days, a distance over 6,000 kilometers. So this guy called as Suresh Goakhame from Australian. He's Australian. So he did many of records, which including many things of jumping marathon. He ran a marathon of 84 hours. He standing still in one position for 76 hours 40 minutes, and running 100 miles or 161 kilometer on a treadmill for 42 minutes 33 seconds, and crawling 1 mile. Crawling, you see the babies who do not know how to stand and walk properly, that growing babies, so they crawl up with their knees and their hands, they crawl up like that. He crawled for 1 mile, which is 1.6 kilometers, for 37 minutes 17 seconds. And he had also announced in 2006 that he has an intention of running mega marathon of 54 countries in 181 days of a distance of 6,000 kilometer, over a distance of 6,000 kilometer. So these are some of the interesting feats. These were some of the amazing feats we have seen. Now let's go to world's oldest people. So below is the list. So this is below the list here, over here. The longest living people who actually super certain is. So they actually live for many years, include the records of birth to death. And it's Christian Moston in 9th in the list. He was the world's oldest man. So let's go and see the dates, that means names. So first we are going to see over here the longest lived people. So this is the name section. This is the country name, and this is the age. So over here first is Nilay, Jenny, Calment, who of France. Age 122 years and 164 days. 164 days. Next is Sarah Dimer. So she actually lived in USA, and she was the age of 119 years and 97 days. 97 days. I'm writing Y and D for Y for years and D for days. Next, Lucy Hannah. She lived in USA. I don't know the gender, so I'm just using in my comments and telling the gender. If he or she is the opposite gender, don't mind it. So 117 years and 248 days. Next is Mary Louise Melilia of Canada. Of age again 117 years and 229 days. Next is Stella Jones of Stella Jones of USA, again USA, living around for 117 days and again 117 years and 229 days. Next is Dane Ikai of Japan of year 116 years and 175 days. Next is Carrie White of USA. Carrie White of USA of age again 116 years and 175 days. 88 days. Next is Maggie Barnes. Of USA of age 115 years 319 days. Next is Christine Mortensen of Denmark of 115 years 252 days. So these are the names who lived for longest of their lives. So oldest people in the world. Now let's move to the tallest real giants. So some people are very tall. So let us know the name. And the person who is the tallest of all is Robert Pelzing Wadlow of USA of 272 meters. A height is measured in meters, 2.72 meters. So let's start. Here I'm going to write the name, country, age, height in meters, name, country. So first name is Robert Pensing, of country USA of height 2.72 meters. Next is John Azine of again USA of height 2.67 meters. Next is John William Rogan of again USA of height 2.64 meter. Next is John F. Carroll, again John F. Carroll is of again USA of height 2.635 meter. Next is our A.L. Tomani, A.L. Tomani of height of actually country USA of height 2.55 meter. Next is Don of USA of height 2.489. So next is Louis Mollinen of Finland, USA, again USA, of height 2.46. Okay, so these are the names of people who are very tall. So these are the most reliable records are men, except for one name. There are two names of mentioned over here, means not mentioned, but two names having tall heights, ladies, means not of men but women. One is Gillian and Keever. So they are women and they have the tallest body. Next, we will go to life expectancy. So life expectancy is the average number of years people likely to live for different countries. Condition can be improved from sometimes get worse. So life expectancy can get higher or lower. The top 20 and the lowest 20 countries listed together here. So I'm writing here as the highest country and here the lowest. These can be changed by years, so don't focus on whole the thing. Japan having life expectancy of 82.0. These are years. Iceland of life expectancy of 80.7 years. Next, Switzerland of life expectancy of 80.5. Next is Australia of life expectancy 80.3. Sweden of life expectancy 80.2. Italy life expectancy 80.0. Next is Canada of life expectancy 80.0. Actually, this Italy has 80.1 and this is 80.0. And next is Israel of life expectancy 79.7. Next is France of life expectancy 79.5. Next is Spain of life expectancy of 79.5 again. Norway having life expectancy of 79.4. These are the highest expectancies country, life expectancy country. Now the lowest over here. First is again So lowest life expectancy first comes for Switzerland. Swaziland of life expectancy 32.5. Next is Botswana. Of life expectancy 36.3. Next is Zambia of life expectancy 36.9. Next is Lesotho of life expectancy 36.3. Next is Angola of life expectancy 40.3. Next is Sierra Leone of life expectancy 40.8. Next is Chad of life expectancy 43.6. Niger of life expectancy Nigeria 43.4 again. Next is Niger 44.4. So these are the highest expectancy of life. This is the lowest expectancy of life. So next I will say a weighty wonder. So the weight, having so much of weight person, a fatty person. So it was Daniel Lambert, who lived for 1770 to 1809, was one of the heaviest British people of all time. His body weight was actually at the largest, heaviest body of the all time. At his largest, his weight actually of 330 kg and measured 2.8 m round his body and 94 centimeter round his legs. Lambert used a charge visitor to house shilling 5 pence to took him at him just to look at him. When he died in 1809, it took 34 centimeter of elm packing to make his coffin, which looked a gigantic packing case. A window and the part of wall of his house had to be removed to get the coffin out, and it had been mounted on wheels and trundled it to the cemetery. So basically he weighted something about 330 kg. It was a big, it was a weighting body for all time. He was a Britisher, and actually his legs was something about round of 24 centimeter, and he measured his body was all round with 2.4 meter, and his body weight was actually 330 kg. So let's have a recap that what we have done in this whole video. So firstly we have done that amazing feat. So about the amazing feat. So in the Sydney Airport, Australia, there was a man called as David Huxley pulled 187 ton of Boeing 747 to 400, a distance of 91 kilometer. Next, the annual Empire State Building. In the annual Empire State Building, a woman, Andrea Mayer, climbed 1,576 steps in just 11 minutes and 23 seconds in 2006. So David Goldham had many records based off his talents. So one was a jumping marathon of 84 hours, longest time standing still is 76 hours, running 100 miles or 161.6 kilometers, something like that, of 42 minutes 33 seconds, crawling 1 mile 37 minutes 17 seconds. Next, here are the list of this is a list of oldest people, oldest living people. And this is the tallest people in the world, and this is the thing about the highest the country name having the highest life expectancy and is the lowest life expectancy list. And then the weighty wonder Daniel Lambert, who was weighed about 330 kg. He was 2.8 meter round. His legs were 94 centimeter round. He died in 1809, and he was covered with a clay coffin of 34 centimeter, so 34 meter actually. And when he was put onto the graveyard, so for that process he have to take it from the home, so they have to remove some windows and doors so that the coffin can move out from the door and can be cemented in the graveyard. So this was the whole video about. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, share and comment me down, and thank you for watching. Bye.